everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango, here to review episode 5 of Persona 5, the animation. Oh, I'm very happy with the pacing of this episode. That was good. And some added scenes as well, which were very nice, like the Akechi scenes, for instance. 2 added Akechi scenes into this, but, so with this episode, everyone, they get the treasure, and they sell it to EY, and they go and have that fancy restaurant area thing, and there's a few added scenes in there as well, and they actually didn't decide to become the Phantoms, then and there, which is what they do in the game, but they decided to do it a little bit later, but it's fine, it's like, whatever, as long as they decide on being called that, it's fine. So, that was interesting, but, this episode was mostly kind of more focused on, Mementos, which is now our side quest area thingy, which I'm like, yeah, finally, the introduction of this, because we kind of need this for later on, but it was very interesting to see it all, play out in the anime, and they avoided all those shadows so well. I'm just like, I wish I could do that in the game, but then I would be low level and not be able to fight the mini bosses and bosses, so and it's very interesting that they do skip over those mini, battles of everything, the grinding, because it's like, well, we're in an anime, we don't need to have grinding time, it's just we need to know they probably do that on their spare time anyway, but whatever. So, we got a little mini-boss side quest in Mementos this time of that one guy, and he mentioned Madarame, and that was very interesting how they kind of introduce Madarame, because if I remember correctly, if you don't do that side quest, you wouldn't know about that, so it's just like, that's interesting, but, you should be doing that anyway in the game, so you can level up and stuff, but anyway, if you don't get to it in time before that's all introduced in the story, so you can always do it after, you learn about it, so it's like, but anyway, with this episode, though, we have a lot going on, though, but, and I love them doing the Morgana transformation scene. I'm just thinking about that now, and I'm just like, that was great, the cats, everyone thinks of cats turning into buses. I'm like, yes, they kept that in there. I'm so glad they did. That was great. But yeah, the added scenes with Akechi, I found those to be very interesting, especially the second one at the very end of the episode. Also, we got to see Takemi again, and I was like, yay, cool, great, don't really care, moving on. So yeah, Sae took Akechi to LeBlanc, and I'm like, that's interesting. She doesn't show up to LeBlanc till like way later, so I was like, okay, and Akechi's there, and, he sees Ren, and he's like, being a detective, I need a formidable rival and stuff, and I'm like, I know what you're talking about, gosh dang it, it's like it's obvious he knows, it's like, he knows, he must, right, but, that was interesting for sure, but, this episode, I definitely did like the pacing of it. It's a little bit better pacing, I gotta say, than the previous episode. They did this one really well paced, and I very much enjoyed that, and so I'm like, good, they're getting the pacing down. Hopefully they can keep this up. And so after the ending song, we have the scene, where we're introduced to Yusuke, and I'm like, yay! It's time for that palace, and I'm just like, that's in the next episode, and I'm very excited for it, because I'm like, oh boy, I want to see that. Also, we got to see Best Girl in this episode, Makoto, and I was just like, Best Girl, yay! Oh man, I was so happy about that she got like a better animation looking thing than what she got in like the first episode. I'm just like, please animate Best Girl better, Best Waifu, and Persona 5 better, thank you. And I'm just like, yay, Best Girl's here! Oh man, I cannot wait for later in this anime, but for now, we gotta deal with Madarame. I'm very excited to see all that animated, because oh boy, that's gonna be a trip for sure. So, what'd you guys think of this episode? What do you think's gonna happen next? And I'll see you guys in whatever I review next. Bye!